I'm not Muslim, but I'm human. I'm a human being, and I've been taught certain values by my parents. And I felt that people who have these graduation certificates lying so potently placed in their drawing rooms, and they show off their so-called liberal attitude towards the world at large, if they can go against an entire community on the basis of certain information they read in the New York Times or hear the news, I think then that is something that needs to be addressed by at least me. As a filmmaker, I have a platform that's impressionable, and that's the reason why I took it up.
एक बार आपने मेरे ख्याल से प्रोमो भी बना था मुन्ना भाई चले अमेरिका तो व्हाई वाज दैट फिल्म शेल्व्ड? ऐसा सुनने को आया था कि माय नेम इज खान जो बन गई थी उससे काफी सिमिलर या मिलती जुलती थी, इसलिए आप लोगों ने सोचा कि अब देयर इज नो सेंस इन मेकिंग इट. इज हाउ ट्रू इज दिस?
आई विल टेल यू नाउ. आई थिंक वी कैन ओपनली टेल द स्टोरी आल्सो. यस, क्योंकि वी आर नॉट मेकिंग दैट नाउ. कि उसकी सारी चीजें इसमें आ गई, थोड़ी सी इसमें आ गई, थोड़ी सी इसमें आ गई. उस फिल्म में ये होता था कि सर्किट फॉल्स इन लव विद अ वुमन दिस टाइम. तो शादी के दिन पता लगता है कि उसके जो माँ बाप हैं वो मुस्लिम्स हैं, तो कहीं से उनको ढूंढ के पहुंच जाते हैं शादी के दिन. तो जो लड़की वाले हैं वो कहते हैं यार ये तो मुसलमान से शादी होगी. तो मुन्ना कहता है यार ये अब हिंदू मुस्लिम ये नहीं, कल तक तो ठीक था, आज क्या हो गया, चेंज हो गया. तो कहते नहीं यार हम ये शादी नहीं करवा सकते, मुस्लिम्स ऐसे होते हैं, टेररिस्ट होते हैं. और तो ये कहता किसने कहा यार टेररिस्ट होते हैं सब? कहता सब कहते हैं यार, जॉर्ज बुश भी कहता है. तो मुन्ना कहता है यार गलत कहता है, उसको सॉरी बोलेगा जॉर्ज बुश. तो उस लड़की का जो फादर है वो कहता है कि ठीक है वो सॉरी बोलेगा तो मैं करवा दूंगा,
बिकॉज ही नोज इट्स एन इम्पॉसिबल टास्क.
हाँ, तो वो कहता है वो सॉरी बोलेगा तो मैं करवा दूंगा. तो कहता है ठीक है यार तू टेंशन मत ले, मैं उसको बुलाता हूँ. कहता है वो लेके आओ यार, जॉर्ज बुश को लेके आओ. तो मुन्ना को आइडिया नहीं जॉर्ज बुश कौन है. तो वो कहते हैं वो सर वो तो अमेरिका का, मुन्ना भाई वो तो अमेरिका का प्रेसिडेंट है. तो कहता है यार ये क्या बोल दिया. कहता है बोल दिया तो ठीक है अब उससे बुलवाना ही पड़ेगा. तो दे गो ऑन अ जर्नी टू अमेरिका to meet Mr. Bush and to say कि यार this is wrong, this perception that all Muslims are terrorists is a wrong perception. So then we were hoping a funny ride in America and this thing. So yes, there was a similarity in that ride, but ours was a funnier take.
Correct. Theirs was a more serious
take.
Yes.
एक तो वो हो गया, और दूसरा the reality is कि we couldn't, the setup was good but we couldn't crack the second half.
Flashback.
Islamic Center is established in 1947 and it was completed in 1957 by the efforts of some Muslim countries and the Muslims here in the United States. It had three objectives. To start with, a place for a Muslim to pray and worship.
Thank you all very much for your hospitality. We just had a wide-ranging discussions on the matter at hand. Like the good folks standing with me, the American people were appalled and outraged at last Tuesday's attacks, and so were Muslims all across the world. Both Americans, Muslim friends, and citizens, tax-paying citizens, Muslims and nations just appalled, could not believe what we saw on our TV screens. These acts of violence against innocents violate the fundamental tenets of the Islamic faith. And it's important for my fellow Americans to understand that. The face of terror is not the true faith of Islam. That's not what Islam is all about. Islam is peace. These terrorists don't represent peace. They represent evil and war. When we think of Islam, we think of a faith that brings comfort to 1 billion people around the world. Billions of people find comfort and solace and peace. And that's made brothers and sisters out of every race. America counts millions of Muslims amongst our citizens. And Muslims make an incredibly valuable contribution to our country. Muslims are doctors, lawyers, law professors, members of the military, entrepreneurs, shopkeepers, moms and dads, and they need to be treated with respect. Women who cover their heads in this country must feel comfortable going outside their homes. Moms who wear cover must not be intimidated in America. That's not the America I know. Because by wearing cover, they're afraid they'll be intimidated. That should not and that will not stand in America. Those who feel like they can intimidate our fellow citizens to take out their anger don't represent the best of America. They represent the worst of humankind. And they should be ashamed of that kind of behavior. Now, this is a great country. It's a great country because we share the same values of respect and dignity and human worth. And it is my honor to be meeting with leaders who feel just the same way I do. They're outraged, they're sad. They love America just as much as I do. And I want to thank you all for giving me a chance to come by. And may God bless us all. Thank you.
Yes. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. With Allah's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer. Assalamu alaikum. And that greeting means peace be unto you. We are Muslims. The root word is peace. We say to each other, Assalamu alaikum. The root is peace. And we practice the religion. Al-Islam is peace. We're here to also, especially to those victims and to the families of those victims and to all America, to let them know we also are shocked and dismayed by the events, and dismayed especially that it should be associated with a religion that has only peace as its ultimate aim. We also would like to say to our president, we appreciate him taking the time, certainly probably one of the busiest men now because of the recent events, taking his time to be with us and to take the moments he has already shared with us to express his concern and to be here less than a week away from the tragic event. He's still taking time to be with us, to come here in Washington, D.C., and his first time here to visit the mosque. Thank you, Mr. President.
Really wonderful initiative from the president to come here to address the Muslims and Americans in general. What happened last week, nobody could justify it. And no religion, no sound mind, no human being in reality will approve what took place last week.
End of flashback.
So they go on a journey to America to meet Mr. Bush and to say कि यार this is wrong. This perception that all Muslims are terrorists is a wrong perception.
Islam is peace. These terrorists don't represent peace. The face of terror is not the true faith of Islam. That's not what Islam is all about. Islam is peace.
We are a sum total of our experiences, our beliefs.
Karan?
I've always felt very strongly, and I feel strongly because it comes from a space of understanding around me. I'm not saying a film can change a mind space, it can't change the mental makeup of this country, but if you can go back home and question your beliefs about a community, then I think maybe I've serviced cinema in some way.